Alright. Oops. Hey, that's better, right? Alright, let's do it. That witch has a big nose. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, alright, so like, before I went down to the desert, I had a thought of, maybe I should go up and grab the fins, because I have enough money to get them. And then I was like, no, I'll do it after the second dungeon. That's usually when I do it. That's why I don't come up here until after the second dungeon. There's a giant fucking rock in the way. And you need the power glove to lift that stuff. Power glove, by the way. Oh, wait, is this the power glove, or is it... It doesn't say. Yeah, this was the power glove. The next one is the Titan's Mitt. Power glove is, besides being a callback to... Well, no, it's a reference to the Nintendo peripheral of the same name that was really, really bad, and the angry video game nerd screamed about it on the internet. I'm sure you go see that. But it's another example of Nintendo marketing video games as toys. You know, those kinds of peripherals. Yeah, I'll pay 500 rupees for your flippers. Nintendo marketing peripheral. It was clearly marketed to kids, right? And they were, you know, any adult that used it would immediately recognize it for being shitty and would want to return it. But a kid is going to sit in front of the TV for hours trying to make it work right because he saw it on the commercial and how cool it was and all this other stuff. Genius. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Need more water. Delicious, life-giving water. Drink more water. That's my... If you have gained anything from this, ignore all of the video game history nonsense that I've been spewing, most of which is probably wrong in one way or another. If you take anything from this, drink more water. Makes your skin better, makes you feel good. Drink a lot of water. Yeah, so we're going to toss this in here. I learned on, must have been Gaijin Goomba, was talking about how this scene, throwing the item into the pond and then getting it back, is actually a reference to some old myth or another, where, you know, it was like a farmer dropped his shovel into the water or something. Or maybe a warrior dropped his sword. It was something along those lines. And, you know, a fairy or like a lake nymph or something comes out and says, "Did you drop this?" and shows him like a nicer shovel or a nicer sword. And he says, "No, that one's not mine." So then she comes back with another one, and it's like really, really, really nice. And she says, "Is this the one that you dropped?" And he says, "No, that's not mine either." Then he comes out, and like she comes out and has his dinged up, nasty ass piece of equipment, and says, "Is this yours?" And he says, "Yeah, that one's mine." And she says, "I like an honest person. I'm gonna give you all of them because you didn't try to screw me out of like getting nicer equipment for free and taking my gullibility for granted." Like, essentially, is the moral of the story is, you know, be honest and nice things will happen to you or something. Damn it, I keep doing that. It's a really interesting. I guess it's a parable. You would call that a parable, I guess, right? Gaijin Goomba tells the story better. Go to his channel. He's associated with the game theorists. Go to their channel too. My God, they got a great channel. Oh, I want to show you something. Something that I probably should have showed you one of the first 4 times that I was in Kakariko Village, and that I completely forgot about. I know it's not that sign. I know there's one over by my house, but there might... This one, maybe? Yeah. Wanted. This is the criminal who kidnapped Zelda. Call a soldier if you see him. Aghanim has created a propaganda machine to try to capture me because I captured Zelda, and that's my goofy face there in the picture. I think that's like, it's the subtle things in this game. Like I was talking about the thing with blind, and, you know, the little tiny moments in this game really make the place feel more alive than, you know, the towns in Zelda 2, for example, where it was the same 3 people walking up and down the street the whole time, and every one of them that you talk to, if they didn't have anything interesting to say, they would just tell you, I don't have anything interesting to say, and then they would walk away. Whoop. Money crab, I'm taking all your rupees. Yeah, but in this game, everyone's got their own story. They tell you things. People react to you in different ways. A couple people run away from you when they see you because of the propaganda machine. I don't know who you are, but if you're going up the mountain, take me with you. I'd be happy to take you with me, old man. You've probably been in this cave for, oh, I don't know, 5 minutes? Maybe? Watch your step. There's holes in the ground. I guess he must have just started up the mountain ahead of me, right? Because he's like this little old man. There's snakes and bats and shit in this cave. Everything's dangerous. And he loses his lamp like 2 minutes from the entrance of the cave. 2 seconds from the entrance of the cave. I'm being generous with my time. It took me about 2 minutes to walk through this cave. Whoa. Caution falling rocks. Aha! Yeah. Too much shit happening on screen. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times and I've talked too much. Thank you for your kindness. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. Nice. So, time for a story. The wizard has deceived the king and is now trying to open the way to the Dark World. To complete your quest, you will need the Moon Pearl, which is on top of the Tower of Ganon. All I can do for you now is comfort your weariness. Comfort your weariness. He's not the only one that says that. I think some of the great fairies, you know, in the caves or whatever, also use that same line, that they're here to comfort my weariness. First time I played this game, I was 7 years old. And I didn't know what weariness meant. And I'm in class, 1st or 2nd grade, however, whatever grade people are in when they're 7 years old. And I'm telling a classmate about the game. And I'm telling him about one of those scenes. And, you know, he says, well, you know, is there a way to, like, get your health back? Because in Zelda 1, you could find fairies and they gave you hearts. And I said, yeah, you know, they don't give you hearts the same way. Like, there's not that, the hearts flying around kind of visuals. But what they do is they comfort your wiener. I said in class to a classmate, oh yeah, in the video game they comfort your wiener. Because again, I'm 7, I don't know what a weariness is. I know what a wiener is. And I always thought that it was weird that they said that, but, you know, that's just, hey man, I didn't write the game, you know, it's just, that's what it says. The teacher hears me say this. And, she comes over and she says, what did you just say? And I say, you know, I was telling him, because, again, 7 years old, your perception of the world is a little different. I'm a bunny rabbit. I love the Death Mountain theme in the Dark World. Fucking cool. The demon dude beating the shit out of his Kirby friend. What's going on, dude? What do you want? You got something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak and I can't go back to the real world. If only I had the Moon Pearl from the Tower of Hera, I could go back to my original shape. I've got good reason to be stressed out, so back off, shoo, shoo. I don't know why he has the muscle man voice, but he does. Who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world's like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed, yeah, always changing my mind, so I turned it into a ball. Yeah, so they're telling me about the moon pearl. Alright, cool. Yeah, the teacher hears me say the words, comfort your wiener. And she walks up to me and she says, what did you say? And in my mind, because I'm 7, I understand at this point in my life that not everybody has the exact same life experiences. Like, everybody's their own person, and, you know, you know what, I do need to come down here. There are things that other people have done that I've never done, and there's things that I've done that other people haven't done. But I feel like, in general, I'm kind of normal, right? Like, I kind of had this feeling like most of the stuff I was into was the sort of stuff that most folks were into. And that extended to Zelda. So, with the assumption that most people have played Zelda firmly locked in my head, I turned to the teacher and I said, well, you know, when the old man that you meet tells you that if you ever come back here, he can comfort your wieners, it's like, it's really nice of him to do that for you. And her eyes get really wide, because she doesn't know I'm talking about a video game. And she's like, who said that? What do you... I'm like, you know, the old man in Zelda. Like, you meet him in the cave, and he gives you the mirror, and he tells you that he'll comfort your wieners. And she goes... and doesn't respond, and then just turns around and walks away. First of all, that's irresponsible teachering. First of all. That's the sort of statement that you follow up on a few times. Like, you should really learn more about what that kid's talking about. But secondly, I think I would have the same reaction if someone was like, oh yeah, I met an old man, he said he'd comfort my wiener. I feel like I wouldn't have any response other than to just back away slowly. So that's my story, and it took me an hour to tell it, but I'm happy I did. Elementary school was not a lot of fun, but that moment in particular, when I think back on it, it makes me smile. Roxanne, I see you looking at the window. I would really like it if you didn't bark. I don't know what's going on outside. I can see you looking. Nothing bad has ever happened here. Nothing. Every time someone has knocked at the door, it's been safe. Every time someone has walked past the house, you know, we've avoided being attacked. Yet, my dogs are always on edge. I don't know, like, when they were babies and they were at the vet, if, like, they got held up at gunpoint or something. They're very paranoid. They don't know what's going on in the world. And they think that, like, it's their responsibility to freak the hell out every time anybody they bark at me when I come in the house, and they, like, continue to bark at me for a while, and then they're, oh yeah, right, you're the guy that lives here. But, you know, how do you live without your dogs, you know? Like, how do you... That's what you get for owning dogs. That's what happens. They get loud, and you deal with it. What? Bastards. So I think these little guys are actually, those little fire lizard dragging dudes are actually references to Mario 3. No, Mario World. The Rhinodons, or whatever they're called. The 4 Triceratop-looking dudes that are on that, like, revolving platform that shoot fire at you. I'm pretty sure that's what those guys right there. I'm pretty sure that's who they are. It's not the first Mario reference in this game. In fact, I think that this fire here, the going around the thing, I'm pretty convinced that that is also a Mario reference. In Mario 1 I think Mario 1 was the first time they were introduced. Yeah, because they're in the castle. There's those blocks with those lines of fire that go around them. A lot of the times they're in the Bowser castles. They're references to those. A lot of Mario shit in these games, which is fine with me. Hey, who thinks I can beat Moldorm or whatever his name is up here in one shot? I think I can do it. I think I'm gonna do it. I think here it comes. Bring it on, Snake Lizard. No! Never finish it in the first shot. It's alright. I basically have unlimited health because of that secret that I just did with the fairies. So I can just, he just keeps knocking me off and I just keep coming back up. Ah. Really want to stay in this big area. I don't kind of want to go over to where he's at. It's easier to knock me off there. Got to stutter step. Got to keep moving. Got to throw him off balance. What? Haha! Got him. Whoop. One more. He's getting fast. Ah! Fuck! He hits so hard! Damn it! Yep. No, I missed. What? Ah. All right, one more. Gotcha. What was that? 3 tries? Something like that? Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, cool. I'm on track to have 10 hearts on my way into the Dark World. I am on track. Oh, wrong button. Let's see here. I gotta get one more, and then there's one on Ganon's Tower in the Dark World. That puts me at 10 for the Dark World. Oh, it's in the Death Mountain. Alright, cool. So, I'm pretty sure these guys... are these Gorons? Are they Gorons? I think these might be Gorons. Alright. I have everything up here that I need, so I'm gonna swing back to... down here a ways. Let's see how close I can get to the door. If you overshoot this, you fall down one of these pits. Ah! So let's see what happens. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Stop! Fuck. It's alright, it's okay. Ha! Ah, that's close enough. One time I stopped like right at the door, and it was magical and beautiful and excellent. Probably won't ever happen again. Lumberjack guys, hey, what's up? A mysterious fog has recently fallen over the forest. We have to be careful. Feels like nothing, but this tree kind of feels strange as we cut it. Yeah, I'll be back later for that tree. It has a secret inside of it. I think you'll find that the secret is worth roughly 1/4 of 1 heart. This is another example, just like the rain from the very beginning, of just the amazing, like, art choices that they make in this game. Here it is. The visual effects and even like the audio effects, so cool. What the crime is that they're only used once in a while. Oh, this guy I think has a hint for me. This is a secret hideout for a gang of thieves. Don't enter without permission. By the way, I heard that one of our ex-members is staying at the entrance to the desert. So now I know something about that guy who followed me around earlier. He is a ex-thief. He used to be a member of the Gang of Thieves. Alright, gotta pick up the Super Mario mushroom. This mushroom smells like sweet, rotten fruit. I can give it to anyone who wants it. Awesome. Yeah, the crime here, I think, is that this fog effect is really only used for a few minutes right here, and then it's done, right? Same thing with the rain effect in the very beginning. There's not... I keep hitting my map button when I want to open my inventory. I should know better by now. Pause button is inventory. The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's Eve wins 3... It was triumphs, right? The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's Eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. That feels like it's written weird. The Master Sword he will then retrieve, keeping the Knight's line true. Son of a bitch! I'm the hero! Whoever knew? Sashrala? I'm gonna call him Sashrala. Sahashrala contacts me. It is extraordinary that you run the Master Sword that makes evil retreats. With this shining sword, I believe you can deflect the wizard's evil powers. The destiny of this land is in your hands. Please, Barf. You know what? Fuck. I'm gonna do it. Just for you, I'm gonna do it. But first, I'm gonna take a break. You're never gonna guess what happens next. Here we go. Break time!